Hey guys, I just finished this book, Hinds Feet on High Places by Hannah Hernard. 3 things real quick that I thought were so brilliant and spiritually deep, just to whet your appetite to read the book and also to pass on the preciousness of these things I felt like the Lord did in my own heart. In this very first page, even, she writes here that the instinct of love, or for love, so firmly implanted in the human heart, is the supreme way by which we learn to desire and love God himself above all else. What a wild statement, that the fact that you and I have implanted inside of us a desire for love, that following that desire for love and that fulfillment that God gives for that desire for love, that's the way to learn to desire and to love God above all else. Wow, that is significant. Now, this next one really hit me. She's talking about her journey. It's an allegorical story in which she is trying to make her way up to the high places, and she encounters various trials in her life. And when she's in the valley and it's very difficult, she writes there that in the valley, nothing else really matters, only to love him and to do what he tells me. Very simple, but for me, I thought it was extremely significant that it's in the valley that you learn. Nothing else really matters, only to love him and to do what he tells me. Maybe you need to freshly remind yourself of that simplicity of life. Just love him with all your heart and do whatever it is he tells you to do. And then lastly, and this one's kind of longer, but she gets to the end and the shepherd, who is Jesus, asks her on her journey what she learned. And this is so deep and extremely valuable. She writes, "First, I learned that I must accept with joy all that you allowed to happen to me on the way and everything to which the path led me. That I was never to try to evade it, but to accept it and lay down my own will on the altar and say, 'Behold me, I am thy little handmaid.'" Then next she says, "The next thing I learned is I must bear all that others were allowed to do against me and to forgive with no trace of bitterness and to say to thee, 'Behold, I am your handmaid.'" And thirdly, and this one really hit me, "The thing I learned was that you, my Lord, never regarded me as I actually was, lame, weak, and crooked and cowardly. You saw me as I would be when you had done what you promised and had brought me to the high places when it could be truly said, 'There is none that walks with such queenly ease, not with such grace as she.' You always treated me with the same love and graciousness as though I were a queen already." Praise God. Pick it up. It's a wonderful book. Hinds Feet in High Places. Deep spiritual truths. Love for Christ. Enjoyment of Christ. Be encouraged.